Yo, 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 what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your man, KTJ, and this is Love Coach Sessions Live. This is our Love Coach Live show. We didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, and so I'm thinking of moving it to Tuesdays anyway. You know, sometimes you just need a little change. You need to shake things up and do some stuff differently. So, welcome to the show. If this is your first time coming here, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know that this is your first time. I want to welcome you to the show. We talk about dating, we talk about relationships, we talk about love, and tonight we're talking about unrealistic expectations. Yeah, I think we're gonna move this over to the Tuesday night show. As you guys can see, I'm wearing my orange sticker. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this means I voted today. This means I cast my ballot today. I hope you guys have done the same. Hope you guys went out and exercised your vote. People have died for the right to vote. People have died for the right. All right, we got some folks here. Leora from Israel is in the building. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate that love. So let's get into the topic tonight. Actually, you know what? I got a video that I've been talking about, video I've been sharing on TikTok. And so I want to share this video here on in the YouTube streets, and then we're going to get into our topic for tonight. So I want you guys to check out this. I actually did this up on TikTok a little earlier. So let me know. I want to make sure you guys can hear it. Here we go. All right, let me stop it real quick. This is Lettucey, the singer Lettucey, and her husband Ron, discussing how they fell out. They had a falling out. They were outside on the sidewalk, and they were, you know, she was going at it. She was giving him the business, and he was trying to walk away, and so this is the story of that. And so I ran this on the TikTok. Here you go. I don't know if you guys can hear it. All right. All right. So, hey, Steph. Steph says can't hear it. Oh, Steph, I'm trying to get this audio worked out, but so I'll just explain what we just heard, what just happened. So this is Lettucey having a conflict with this, and yes, you can check this out on my stories on YouTube. It'll be fully loud if you're on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. I'm not YouTube on TikTok. Kelvin Troy Johnson on TikTok. So Lettucey and her husband was having a kind of a big falling out. You know, they was going at it, and she and her husband, she's following her husband. They're having this conflict, and my man, he didn't know what else to do, so he calls her mother. Now, listen, by the time a guy is walking down the street and gets to the place that he's got to call your mother, he's really like, I don't know what else to do. Now listen, that alone says something about their relationship, right? My man had to call her mother to get her to calm down. And she said, he talked to the mom talked her down and says, let it go in the house. And she said, but he might not come back. And he hears her and responds. So I broke down a little bit of this, but I want to talk a little bit more about what happens when a man is in that position. Why does a guy leave? And listen, can I tell y'all something? Can I be real with y'all? Let me cool this music down a little bit. Can I be real with y'all? I've done that. Can I tell y'all the truth tonight? I have been Ron in this situation where I just needed to get out of the situation. And on the TikTok, I told the story about my gym teacher told us all, hey, you guys jump down and give me 20 push-ups. And I was like, for what? You know? All right, we in gym. We do 20 push-ups. He said, I'm going to teach y'all how to restrain yourself, how to manage conflict when you're in a relationship. He said, jump down and give me 20 push-ups. And I'm like, okay. Then we got up. He was like, how y'all feel? We like, okay. I mean, we grown men. We could do 20 push-ups. He said, get down there and do 20 more. We did 20 more. I believe he even had us to do some other calisthenics, like, run around or something. And we came back. He said, listen, when you're in a conflict, he said, at some point in time, all of you young men are going to be in a conflict with a woman. You have to have a plan for how you're going to manage the conflict. He said, you can't be tired and angry at the same time. You can't be full of steam and exhausted at the same time. He said, so instead of taking it out on your mate, instead of taking it out on the person that you don't want to hurt, take it out on yourself. And that was the lesson that he gave us in managing our anger, managing our personal anger. Y'all tell me, y'all think that was good advice? Drop it in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think that was good advice. That's how he told us. And so that's what you saw Ron do just now, escape. Now, I've been in one of these situations. Look, I've been in some of these situations. And I can tell you this, and this one's for the ladies, right? If you're in a conflict with a man, here's something that you do not do. Don't sit in front of the door as if to say you're not leaving. You can't go anywhere. I'm sitting right here in front of the door. Because that will only make him want to leave. All right? Don't sit in front of the door. If you're in a conflict with a man in your life, give him the space. As a matter of fact, I like for people to work out their conflict outside the house. I like for both of y'all to go for a walk. Say, hey, let's go for a walk. Right? And so you're both expelling energy. You're both getting tired. And you're less likely to strike out at each other, even in verbal anger, not to mention physical. Jeez. So that's what happened here. She wanted to have him listen to her. So really, y'all, what was really happening is, what she wanted was to be heard. In that video, Lettucey is following her husband, Ron, And she's talking to him. Well, you're not going to walk away from me. I got something to say. And what she was saying is, I feel like you're not listening to me. Y'all, let me know if I'm on it right now. Let me know. TikTok, let me know if I'm on it. Saying, I don't feel heard by you. Right? And the guy, Ron, trying to get away, he's saying, I need to separate myself from you. So he's got the feeling that I need to get away from you. And you got the feeling like you need to hear me. Who's going to win? Who's going to win this conflict? You're essentially, you're forcing yourself onto the man. Who's going to win in this situation? And I can tell you, nobody. So my man said, look, I'm going to go ahead and call your mama. The one lady I know could get you to stop. And he called his mom, and she said, but he may not come back. She said, but he may not come back. He may not come back. And he heard that and was like, whoa, wait a minute. So essentially she started thinking further than he was prepared to think. She was thinking that this is a breakup and this is probably going to be the end and he's not going to come back. And he's like, well, Willie, I hadn't even thought that far yet. I just wanted to get myself out of the situation. That story in that situation is part of what we talk about here tonight. Unrealistic expectation. How did you learn how to manage conflict in relationships? How did you learn your conflict resolution skills? Some people learn from TV. Some people learn from their parents. Some people just learn from toxic environments that they come from. How did you learn? Hey, Cromer, how did you learn how to have conflict? Now, unrealistic expectations. For some men, it's unrealistic that you should leave them because he's been abusive to you. He thinks that's unrealistic. What do you think? I mean, you're my woman. I can do what I want. Some women think that they can do anything to a man because he's your man and he's supposed to be able to take it. What are you, some kind of punk? What are you, some kind of punk? You think that the guys are just supposed to be able to just take it. Where did you get that idea from? It's unrealistic expectations. I heard a story tonight about a man who was, two people, the man and the woman were, let's say in their late 20s, thinking of coming together and building something, having something going on, planning for a house. And the man figured out, he said, look, if we scrape and we scrap and we do everything we can to put this money together, we can make it. We can buy a house. We can set up ourselves for the long term, and we can live good. But it's going to take sacrifice. He said, I'm going to put X amount away, and I need you to put X amount away. We both working. We both going to chip in on these bills, and I need you to do this. And she said, well, wait a minute, though. Well, what about my hair? What about my nails? What about my beauty treatment? What about my massages? What about my... So she went on and got her hair done. She went on and got her nails done, her feet done. She went on and got her beauty routine going. She got her massages. And my man was like, well, wait a minute. We had a deal. We are supposed to be putting this money away for a house. We're supposed to be putting this money away for a rainy day, for something. And her idea was, well, how much we got? And he told her how much it was. She said, oh, well, good. We halfway there. We just put yours down. And because you do want me to look good. You do want me to take care of myself. So let's just use your money and don't worry about it. And he's like, this is starting to make me reconsider whether we should be a couple or not. Because if you can't listen to what I'm saying and you can't sacrifice now, how you going to sacrifice 10 years from now? How you going to sacrifice, 15 years from now? Are you willing to sacrifice? And so he says that to her, and she says, you know what? I still need my hair done. Listen, are you being unrealistic in your expectations of the person in your life? Exactly, Reese Cup, you are correct. You have to understand that some people are just not ready. Some people are not ready to stop clubbing and to start saving. Some people are not ready to sacrifice for the greater good in the future. Some people are not ready. And you can't make somebody ready who's not ready. So he's like, listen, I'm starting to reconsider whether you would be a good partner or not. And I'm telling you, for some people, they are not mature enough to be a wife. Some women are not mature enough to be a wife. Some men are not mature enough to be a husband. Some of you may have even married somebody who was not mature enough to be a husband. And then you find out, oh, well, wait a minute. He still want to go to the club and he's still on Friday night. He disappeared and show back up on Sunday night. Wait a minute. Where you been? And where'd your money go? Sacrifice. What is an unrealistic expectation that you have? Do you have an unrealistic expectation? Listen to this. Some people have this expectation that a man should pay for everything. Drop it in the comments right now. Do you think a man should pay for everything? Always. Drop it in the comments. Let me see the yeses or nos come through. Yes or no? Should a man pay for everything? We talk about unrealistic expectations. For some people, that's not an unrealistic expectation. They like, you the man. Empty your pockets. Okay, so here they come. Here they come. Brown Eye Cutie said nope. Seek 2 said yes. All right. Tina Beats said hell no. Yes. I got yes. I got 80% of things. I got no. Reese Cup said no. August said 80% of things. Okay, let's keep them coming. Should a man pay for everything always? All right. D Lovely said not reasonable. What y'all think? Should a man pay for everything? Always? Josh said no. Sadi said yes, yes. Women and men should have requirements because expectations can lead to disappointments. Absolutely. That's why we're having this conversation. Because some people have an expectation that they're not speaking of. They just assume that Everybody does it this way. Well, my dad took care of all the bills, so that means my husband's going to take care of all the bills. But you don't live with your daddy. Okay? All right, we got to know if he pays for everything, she probably doesn't like him that much. See? So these are the conversations. You see all the differences in the answers we got? These are the conversations that we got to have. What is your thought process towards the future? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Trust me, if you want to buy a house, it takes a lot of aggressive planning. It takes a lot of aggressive saving. It takes a lot. And you can't have just one person involved. Everybody's got to be on board. Everybody's got to be on board. You know what? I'm gonna accept today.
Hello.
Hello
Hi.
there. I
Hi.
designed.
Hi, Kelvin.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Do
Good.
you do battles?
Um, I don't even know what a battle is, really.
Oh.
But I run a dating and relationship show. So let's talk about you. It looks like you got something over there happening. Let's talk since you up here.
Well, honestly, I don't really want to talk about my trauma with my pregnancy. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, let's talk about your relationship. Are you married?
No.
Okay. So what's your tonight? Our topic is unrealistic expectations of a mate. Do you have expectations of your mate?
Well, I don't have me, but like for my baby father, I have an expectation of like be there, but he like doesn't want to be there, so I'm dealing with that.
He doesn't want to be there. He actually said that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens with him? What happens now? Like doesn't want to be there.
Honestly, I just like that's it. I just raised the kid on my own at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he live in your town?
Well, no. He lives in Florida.
Okay. Where are you at?
I'm in New York.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're saying the echo is so bad. No.
Is it?
Yeah. No. I'm gonna add. Can I add you?
Sure.
And then we can talk another time because I
Okay.
don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
It says echoing over here.
All right, you guys, is this are we echoing?
Yeah. They said it's very severe.
Oh wow. Let's see, what can we do?
Well, I
Um,
added you, so you can add me back if you want, and then like we can go live again. Like I don't know when it fixes.
okay. Okay.
I mean, you can follow me after the conversation. I know you don't. It looks like you don't follow anyone, but
No, I'll follow you.
okay.
All right, boom, I followed
Okay, so yeah, they said it's hurting their ears because it's like a really bad echo. They're leaving. Oh my God, guys, come back! No.
you.
I know. Okay, well, it was nice to meet you, Kelvin. I want to talk to you soon, though.
Yes, let's
Please.
talk. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right, later.
Have a good day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye. All right, all right, all right. I think her sound's bouncing off your mic. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah, there was a bad echo. Yeah, bad echo. I'm not sure what that was about. But yeah, so we talking about it. We talking about unrealistic expectations of a mate. Now you can see in that situation, she was pregnant. There was a conversation that happened. Okay, I haven't even talked to her yet, but I know how the conversation probably went. My man met her, was like, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you cute, ma. What's good?" And she was like, "Hey, you pretty cool too." He was like, "Can I get your number?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Can I take you out?" She said, "Yes." He said, come can I come over?" She said, "Yes." "Can I take this off?" She said, "Yes." All them yeses. And there was probably no clear communication as to what this is going to be. Had unprotected sex, and now there's a baby. And now my man says, "I don't want to be involved." There was an expectation that if you get somebody pregnant, look, once upon a time, you had to marry somebody that you got pregnant. Once upon a time, you had to marry the person that you got pregnant. But now, unless you have clear expectations, my man, he could just trot off and you're left to raise a child on your own. That was an in your face, in the moment, clear situation of unrealistic expectations. Should she be expected? Should she expect him to marry her? Should he be expected to marry her? Well, he put a baby in her. They are now tied together for life. So somebody might say there should have been some kind of expectation, some kind of clear expectation. So let me give you guys a couple points on expectations. So I got 6 areas that you must have clear expectations in when you're dealing with relationships. Somebody might want to take notes on this. In your personal life, clear expectations for the person that you're seeing. Look, never assume you're seeing somebody who hasn't agreed that y'all are a couple. Hey D, what's going on? Never assume that you guys are a couple. You are not a couple until both parties agree that you're a couple. Now, there's some people, they like to lean into a relationship. They like to do all the relationship stuff and then assume. So personal. Let's talk about it. Professional. The person in your life, what is the expectation in the professional? Because some people feel like, and once if you move in, then they say, well, look, I'm living. We cut one of the incomes out, so I can now just stay home, and you go off to work. Expectations. The third one is in relationships, right? Are we together? Where is this going? Where's this relationship going? Is this a relationship? Is it a friendship? Is it a situationship? What we got? How about this one? Health and fitness. Do you have an expectation in your health and fitness? Right? Because some people get in a relationship and get fat. Some people get in a relationship and stop going to the gym. Stop looking sexy. Stop taking care of themselves. It's the way it goes. Money. Number 5 is money. What is the expectations in the money? Who are you going to share an account? Are you going to have separate accounts? Are you going to have an account for the bills? Are you going to have your own separate accounts where no money touches? How are you going to manage the money? Expectations. Number 6. That's number 6. child rearing. If you're going to have a baby, you better have some clear expectations. Clear and reasonable expectations if you're going to have a baby. Somebody better say something. Okay? How are we raising this baby? Will this baby be baptized at church? Are we taking them down to the mosque? How are we educating this baby? It's a lot to be talked about. And the last one is goal purchases. Clear expectations. Goal purchases. You say you want that new BMW? Are you willing to sacrifice for it? Are you willing to sacrifice for it? Are you willing to sacrifice for it? Y'all got that? Clear expectations. Every day I answer questions from unclear expectations. People who had unclear expectations. Well, he comes over and we chill and we drink and we smoke and he does it almost every other day. So that means we're in a relationship. No, it doesn't. It means y'all do all those things together and that's it. So when you see him walk off and go be with somebody else because now he's not calling you, you say, well, wait a minute. I thought we was together. Did he say y'all was together? They come to me. He did all these things. What do you think, Kel? And my answer is, are you in a relationship with him? Are you a couple? Yes or no? But he pays my rent and he buys me sneakers and he buys dinner, takes care of dinner. He takes little JoJo to soccer practice and he does this, he does that. Are you in a relationship? And if you're not in a relationship, you are assuming. You are playing yourself. He's not playing you. You're playing yourself. Unrealistic expectations. You don't have a relationship unless both parties agree that you're in a relationship. And then, what does a relationship mean? Does a relationship mean you're not seeing anybody else? You better get it specific. You want to be able to be specific. Does it mean we're not going out on Friday night dates with other people? Does it mean that we're going to see each other? How often are we going to call? How often are we going to go out? You got to get clear. You got to get clarity. No ambiguity going on here. No ambiguous conversation. You need clarity if you're ever going to get somewhere. Are y'all feeling me? Y'all hear me? I hope y'all hearing me on this. So, all right, y'all. Well, I appreciate everybody coming through. Look, book a session. Click the link in the bio or go to lovecoachatlanta.com to book a consultation, book a coaching session, and we'll get it cracking. I'm doing them sessions and I'm enjoying it, and people are getting some answers for their situation. Abby said, if he already said he is not ready for a marriage because he loves to work, that means I should leave. Abby, I don't tell people to leave their relationships because it's got to be your idea. The question is, are you getting what you want from the relationship? Is it what you want? Not ready for marriage. Okay. All right. He loves the work. That's good. If he loves the work, that means he also loves to get paid. good. So there are some things that you need to do prior to getting married. You don't just run out and get married. Come together and work on your credit. He's probably right. And listen, the more ready you are, the more ready yourself, the more comfortable he'll feel getting married. You want to get that guy. If that guy really loves you, he knows that he got to get that money right. Okay, so just sit down with him and say, hey, let's get our credit checked, see where our credit scores are, and let's work on paying off these bills so we can get a good credit score. That would get us ready for marriage. Let's get some assets going here to pay for a wedding. You shouldn't have to take money out of your savings account and your checking account from your everyday job to pay for a wedding. No. Let's create a wedding fund. He said he's not ready, right? If the man says he's not ready, then you got to do the things. Hey, let's do the things that gets us ready. Maybe we can get together and have a business together. I don't care if it's a gumball machine business. I don't care if it's a vending machine business. We need to have assets to build and have a relationship and to have a marriage. So if we are working on our credit, we got a side business going on, because he shouldn't listen. No, the man might enjoy working, but he's not going to want to work like that all the time. He's got to have time for the relationship. Yes, you are welcome. He's got to have time for a relationship. So get things in order that need to be in order to make being in a marriage a lot easier and a lot smoother. Man, listen, if your potato chip machine, if your vending machine is funding your wedding, imagine, because trust me, there's some vending machines making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Depends on where they are. Depends on how many you got. You take that money, then he will get to the place he say, oh wow, listen to this. Not only will he say, now we have some assets, but now he's looking and saying, now I have a partner who's going to help me make money. Listen, I don't know a man that doesn't want a partner to help him make some money. Yeah, some guys are like, I don't need her to make the money. I'll make the money myself. Okay, well go ahead then, bro. But two heads are better than one. So you put that in, and maybe you get yourself buy a property, get an Airbnb, so that money's coming in every time, so you don't have the pressure of having to get out of bed and go when you don't want to. Yes. If you need more, book a session. Go to lovecoachatlanta.com, book a session with me, and we'll get down to business on it. Listen, for some of you, your best efforts have gotten you where you are right now. Let's be honest. If you knew everything to do, you'd be in a better situation right now. You need coaching. Book a session right now, lovecoachatlanta.com. Appreciate y'all coming through. Till next time, peace and love. Later.